Well, I can safely say that lithium orotate, the chelated mineral of lithium supplement in the health food store, very cheap. I can safely say it's a fantastic thing. It doesn't have anything bad about it. The dosage is extremely small. And I got curious after a little while of using it. I got a hunch, and so I looked up for scientific articles. I just looked for 2 words, lithium and yeast. And I found articles that said that they found that lithium is more antagonistic against yeast than is sodium. I already knew about sodium. And recently I learned about acetate, not only against yeast and fungus, but against cancer. But I knew about sodium and yeast being antagonistic, and so now this is interesting because lithium does not raise the blood pressure, unlike sodium, because sodium is part of the urea pump that, it's the sodium pump of the kidneys. They get rid of, they carry urea across the kidney membrane from the bloodstream into the bladder, or the tubules leading to the bladder, and then they withdraw the sodium back again without taking the urea with it. And so the urea is one direction, like a diode, like current in a diode, but the sodium is like voltage in a diode. It can go both ways. And so the kidneys get to reuse the sodium because it's important, because it wants to be able to get rid of urea. So it doesn't want to lose its sodium, the body's sodium. Well, if you're using lithium to combat yeast rather than sodium, and it's more powerful, and there's no danger of increasing your blood pressure because you're not using something that the body's going to want to retain, such as lithium. It's not sodium, let's put it that way. Then you're dealing with a pretty good deal. It's very interesting. Now, what it does is improves appetite because, and it takes away the need for activated charcoal because there's less toxins building up at a certain rate, because there's less yeast to produce those toxins and other bacteria that like to hang out with yeast because they're all symbiotically destructive to our system. Now, I have poor digestion, and so I have toxic buildup, plus I have a bad liver, so how can I deal with toxins on top of the poor digestion resulting in toxins? Lots of activated charcoal. But with lithium killing off the yeast, I start getting a yen. At first, I lost my desire for sweets. And then when I got back my desire for sweets, I had a humongous desire for pickles. And I think the only reason why pickles are so interesting, because the vinegar is harsh, it's antagonistic. Why would you want to take that? Apple cider vinegar at least has the flavor of the apple cider. But vinegar is very harsh to the body. And you don't see a baby wanting to eat it because it's not natural for us to want to eat vinegar. So what do? We use tricks. We trick ourselves into wanting to consume something that we don't want to consume by making an additional flavor that will entice us to want to consume what we don't want to consume, namely vinegar. So we put an apple cider flavor in there, or even better still, we make pickles with garlic. And the garlic is exciting. Ooh. And so we get excited and all over the pickles, even though it's harsh. And that satisfaction is of a type that it kind of grows on you. Plus, they put the dill in there. It just grows on you. So I finished off almost a whole bottle of pickles in one day. Far superior to making vinegar desirable than is the apple cider flavor of apple cider vinegar. But hey, that's okay. I put the apple cider in my drinking water, apple cider vinegar, and have pickles with the meal when I feel like having pickles. Yeah, with somebody like poor digestion who tends to have who tends to have lots of toxins resulting from the fermentation and degradation of the food that I would have digested had I digested it, having vinegar helps the stomach do its job, because my stomach doesn't put out acid like it used to. That's one of the reasons, or the main reason, why I have yeast overgrowth due to the antifreeze poisoning, is because I just don't digest food anymore. And when you don't secrete stomach acid, not only do you not want to eat starches or protein, but you don't want to drink water either. You don't thirst for drinking plain old water. But so long as I put apple cider vinegar in my drinking water, just the right amount to make it kind of tart and desirable, then I can drink. I don't drink a whole lot. I still don't drink a lot of water. Not like I used to. I used to be able to force myself if I wanted to, because it wasn't effortful to drink water. So I could drink a lot of water if I wanted to, if I chose to. Most of the time I didn't bother. But if I voluntarily, willfully chose to drink lots of water, I could. Now I can't. I can't even drink a nominal amount of water. I mean, I can't even drink, a nominal amount to hydrate me. I can't even drink enough. I would have to take a bath in water and soak for more than an hour, about an hour and a half on average, to hydrate the body. And then it only lasts for several hours, and then it wears off. Then you got to drink, and then you got to bathe again. So being able to drink for a change and satiate my thirst for liquids is pretty important. But being able to digest my food, because I lack stomach acidity, I tried taking a digestive aid that had ox bile in it, hydrochloric, whatever they call it, and I was ready for a heart attack. That thing was the wrong way to go about it. So I didn't really have any answers, but vinegar is fantastic because it subdues yeast in the stomach, so that you can get a little, what do you call it, grace? Cessation of torment, so that you can want to have an appetite to eat. And now lithium takes it, it's like in a whole nother horizon, because now the yeast gets subdued further outside just the boundaries of the stomach, and instead goes beyond the stomach. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. And so in a roundabout way, that has to do with mental health, but in a roundabout way. It's not directly related. But now that I understand it, I can appreciate it. Because anything having to do with digestion and absorption and elimination, I'm game for it. Taking a bath, that helps. I'm game for it. Because that's where I'm weak. And that's where my body fails me. So that my mind is useless. Except to me, right? To amuse myself. But I can't amuse anyone else, and if I can't amuse anyone else, I can't make any money. So I'm kind of useless. And I'm still kind of useless because I'm old. And I'm learning all this stuff at a time when it's not going to do me enough good to be of any use to entertain anyone else and make money. So unfortunately, I wasn't born with enough good karma to make money. Oh well.